Touch of Fantasy on the inside, and I thought Greg Charles had ridden a beautiful race, but as I said, Brett Preble is just having such a wonderful run and riding with so much confidence. And he's actually got the stick in the left hand here. I haven't seen Brett use the stick in the left hand before, Dan, and just shows you how good he is. It'd be good to see a head-on shot of this, because might have been just getting in a little bit. He's put the whip away here and riding hands and heels. So
7 kilos pulling the weights makes a difference when they're head and head over the last furlong or so. That's 4 winners for the Carnival, B. Preble, and he rides Ancient City in the Melbourne Cup.
Yes.
Must do a lot for his confidence.
Yes, now here they are head on. You can see these two with the 2 arrows there. Touch of Fantasy's the inside one, and on the outside is Siobhan. You can see them as they roll it here. I've got a little bit close here. Now Brett's just going to move that whip over from the right hand into the left hand. Greg's still riding hands and heels. Brett's gone for the stick in the left hand. So you must have a tendency just to claw in. But there's 2 great jockeys, both in form. Yes, he's just inclined to get in a little bit. And Touch of Fantasy's actually moved right away from it here. See how much that horse is shifting in, but it's clear of everything, so there's no worry of any interference here.
There was only a narrow gap between first and second, but the gaps between third, fourth, fifth and sixth were very narrow. There was a 4-way go, and there's only about a head separating the quartet, with Nap Hill, number 3, just getting third. By the time they'd gone past the post, all I could see was this blur of 4 horses in unison, but number 3 gets third. Narrow victory for Siobhan. Well, John Blakey trains the winner of the event, Siobhan, and John, of course, trained Backslapper to win last year a feature race. So again, like Bright Spots trainer, the Carnival becoming something special for John Blakey, who's with Mark Aston.
Yes, in fact, it's Peter Donegan down in the mounting yard, Dan, and John Blakey is with me, and it is becoming a habit seeing you here at this time of the year.
Great, thanks, Peter. Yeah, it's good to be here.
Let's take a walk over to the winner's stall, because this little mare is coming back. And what was her performance like at Geelong?
Oh, it was good. It was really good, Peter. So we set her for this race the start before, and she chased home pretty smart horse, make a scene. So we thought she'd run really well today. So
it was a tidy ride too, wasn't it?
It was fantastic. Yeah, had me a bit worried. Got a little way back, but he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? He's in form, isn't he?
Well, she's back here. Go and give her a pat. Well done, John. Hopefully we'll see you in 12 months' time.
Thank you. I hope so.
John Blakey, the winning trainer, and congratulations to him with Siobhan in race number 3. Here at Flemington on Melbourne Cup Day. Touch of Fantasy, game effort second under the 58 kilos from the wide gate. Nap Hill finished third, and the favourite Misconviction had absolutely no luck whatsoever. Time for the trip was 1:43.2. As we watch these horses striding to the line in the third, we'll take a break from fabulous Flemington.
The Melrose Mint.
Jockeys going through the post-race ritual for the 3rd time today here at Flemington on the big day, Foster's Melbourne Cup Day, and there is Craig Williams, and he would have just come back from telling the Connections a hard luck story, because that mare had absolutely no luck at all. But we're waiting for the signal, and here it comes. Correct weight? Weight is right. Correct weight brought to you by Maggi on the 3rd, numbers 7, 1 and 3. Siobhan, Brett Preble, the winning rider. 2nd, Touch of Fantasy, ridden by Greg Childs. And 3rd, Nap Hill, ridden by Luke Curry. So with weight there, here are the dividends on the 3rd.
$8.50 for the win and $2.30 the place, number 7 Siobhan, $2.40 Touch of Fantasy and $2.90 for number 3 Nap Hill. So they're all in the market. The Quinella $31, the trifecta $343.40. And from 2 flat races, both divisions of the mares race, going to Brett Preble on the running double combination of $85.10.
Dan Malicki with the totes on the 3rd at 3:20 this afternoon. The nation will be casting its eyes over the 24 runners filling the gates for the Foster's Melbourne Cup. And one man who'll be doing it simply because he has to. He has a big responsibility. He's the starter, Paul Ahern, and he's with Mark Aston.
Yes, thank you very much, Peter. Paul, welcome along. Have you been happy with your starts so far today?
Yeah, they've been quite good. Yeah, there's, we'd like to see them a little better, but it's a busy day and it's a lot of wind down and a lot of helicopters, as you can hear, flying around and annoying us all.
What sort of things do you do to prepare for a day like this? Do you get at home, stand on a rostrum and shout at people?
No, actually I'm a dairy farmer and I milk cows, and they all line up in a little line, and
they don't.
I give them the starters orders when we've finished, that they can all jog out of the dairy.
Paul, on a serious note, what's the tension level like just before a Melbourne Cup?
Very high, very high. I get very dry in the mouth, along with the rest of the staff. We're all on our toes, and hope everything does go well. It's a big day. It's our grand final, and it's sort of like bouncing the ball for the grand final.
I guess the question everyone wants to know is, are you set for the Melbourne Cup?
I am set for the Melbourne Cup. Yeah, this is, I think, number 14 for me. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
Thank you for joining us on Network 10, Paul Ahern.
Thank you.
Best of luck to Paul Ahern when he starts the field in the Foster's Melbourne Cup. Time now for the presentation after the New Asia Singapore Challenge. Down to Rob Gaylard.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The New Asia Singapore Challenge, it was only some 12 months ago. We presented a trophy here to the trainer and John Blakey with Backslapper. He's back again, this time with Siobhan. Mr. John Finning representing the VRC. But can I introduce to you the Area Director of Oceania Singapore Tourism Board, Mr. Chui.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be here on this very exciting day of race. The Singapore Tourism Board is delighted to be presenting the trophy for the winners of the New Asia Singapore Challenge. I'm sure our co-sponsor, the Singapore Turf Club, joins me to congratulate the winner of the race today. Horse racing in Singapore is exciting and glamorous, just as in Australia. Each weekend, thousands gather to watch horses compete for prizes, money worth millions of dollars. We are very excited about the new racetrack now under construction in Singapore. And I would like to invite every one of you to attend the inaugural $3 million Singapore International Cup to be held in March year of 2000 to celebrate the opening of the new race course in Singapore. It now gives me the pleasure in congratulating the winner on the fine race we have just seen. Thank you very much again for your interest in the New Asia Singapore Challenge. And I'm looking forward to welcoming all of you to Singapore in the near future. Thank you.
Yes, the eyes of Singapore are on Flemington today with two Singapore runners in the Foster's Melbourne Cup. That's race 8. More important things first, race 4. We've got to find the next winner, Jen, in the Eat Well, Live Well 1100.
I think we've got a good chance of finding the winner here too. Number 9, Yala Star. This horse's run last start was very good at Caulfield. She's drawn barrier 17, and a lot of people have said that maybe down the outside will be the best going here today, so I think she's got a strong chance from number 11, Desert Mistral, and number 6, Quarrant Love.
I like Lanny. I thought its run at the night meeting at Moonee Valley was very, very good. Just sprinted away from them. It's drawn towards the outside. So there you see our Cadbury favourites for race 4, the Eat Well, Live Well 1100. And here are the tote figures for the 4th event. And we've got Walnut showing at $3.60, Blaze the Turf $10.10, Bell Reef 27, Baby Boomer 24, Carrot Love $5, Malinti 40. Over the page then to Bell Barn 17, Yellow Star 16, Lanny $4.50, Desert Mistral 63, Drop Anchor 64, Miss McCartney 65, Raffination is 22, and a couple to go over the page, and they are Fanciful Lady 20, Gladden 73, and our Miss Brody is the rank outsider of the field, showing $175 even. That's race 4 here at Flemington, the Eat Well, Live Well 1100, and certainly they're living well out here at headquarters today. It's a massive crowd. We'll be back to take a look at the horses shortly before the running of the 4th. In the meantime, back to the marquee and Sandra Sully.
Thanks, Peter. Yes, 3 races down, 7 to go. And, you know, we're not even halfway through our wonderful coverage of this Spring Racing Carnival. Just a reminder, when Cup Day is over later on today, we'll be back on Thursday from 11 until 5 with coverage of the Crown Oaks Day here at Flemington. Now, that's followed by the Emirates Stakes Day on Saturday, starting again at 11 and featuring Might and Power. And what a day that could be, a record Stakes Day crowd we're expecting. As we go to the break, more wonderful images of Victoria, featuring now the Great Ocean Road. Be back after this break.
Hello again, Jason Kemp.
Welcome back to Flemington. And yes, Melbourne Cup Day is almost as much about fashion as it is about racing. This is a day when we throw tradition out the door, out the window, and it's really about the outlandish, the zany and the outrageous. And I was speaking with Freddie Fox, a special guest to the VRC last night, and he's judging fashions on the field. And, you know, this year he was telling me last night what we're looking for is not the brass band, Sandra, but the symphony orchestra. Well, I'm not quite sure where I fit in there. I thought I didn't really want to be missed and I'd make a bit of a statement. So, well, here I am. But the one woman who has her finger on the fashion pulse, I should say, is Lynn Talbot. Morning, Lynn.
Now, what do they say? Variety is the spice of life, and we see it all on the lawns at Flemington. On this side, I have what I would say is zany. Is that right?
That is absolutely right. We represent Makita Sut Fetish Fantasies, and we specialise in corsetry.
And does this mean that corsets are coming back in style?
Oh, absolutely, in a big way.
And of course, on this side, we have the elegant and sophisticated. Now, who has dressed you today?
Robin and Nikki Hassel in Montana.
And you?
This is from Signature of Style in Albert Park.
No doubt entrance in the David Lawrence Fashions on the Field today.
Definitely.
Good luck in it, girls. It is all happening down here.
It is always. Thank you, Lynn. Well, racing, you know, isn't all about hype. Let's now meet a top horseman who plugs along quietly, letting the winners do the talking.
When Greg Childs won the Scobie-Breesley medal for the leading jockey in Victoria for last season, it was recognition from the industry which was long overdue. While other jockeys seek publicity with big statements, Childs lets his saddle do the talking. Last year, it was positively shouting as the New Zealand-born rider won his second riding premiership and 7 Group 1 races for the season. His victory on Second Coming in the Victoria Derby was appropriate because he'd only recently returned from a successful stint in Hong Kong. He'd been out of the spotlight, but his Second Coming was impossible to ignore. Although the big cups have eluded him, no one works harder and no jockey is currently in more demand. Now that he's getting the recognition, he figures payday is not far away.
Just a reminder of one of our fabulous competitions we're running this week. It's the Magi Phantom Call competition. Now, if you haven't really already done so and been down to Coles supermarkets and picked up your entry form, what you need to do is select a winning horse from the field of the last 23 winning Melbourne Cup horses. Now, later today and each day of the carnival, we'll be showing part of that Phantom Call featuring the winners. All you need to do is call 1902 555 955. Follow the instructions, leave the name of the winning horse, your name, a daytime phone number and the last 6 digits of the barcode, and you could win a trip for 2 to the United States to watch the famous Kentucky Derby. Just a reminder though, this competition is open to only viewers in Australia, so unfortunately commiserations to our international guests, but a special competition and we're hoping that you'll all take part. Let's cross now to Lynn Talbot on the members' lawns.
Yes, Sandra, well, as you know, hats and the Spring Racing Carnival go hand in hand, but this year an emerging trend is that hats off, feathers and flowers and even hair replacing hats. And these lovely ladies here are wearing, I'm not sure whether it's hat hair or hair hats. They look fantastic and they are turning heads. And they're the creation of Alfredo Santo of Tremaine Salon in Toorak here. A lot of hard work has gone in, no doubt.
Yeah, Lynn, well, we've been concentrating on this for the last 2 months and hard work the last 2 weeks. And what we've done is we've used some of their own hair, we've used some hair pieces, we've used flowers, we've used a little bit of feathers, all the go this year. And fuchsia pink, I think, is really very much the colour. And it's all about total look, Lynn. It's hair, makeup and the outfit, right through to the shoes.
Speaking of total look, we are all dressed by award-winning Aldo Tolato of Exclusive Visions. Stunning outfits, and I must say I'm getting a few whistles today. Thank you very much for my outfit.
Thank you, Lynn. I thought the look this year was a lot of shears and lots of flowers. As Alfredo said, the fuchsia pink shown through all the colours, which I think is lovely.
Well done to both of you, and thank you, girls. Yes, definitely turning heads today here at Flemington.
Thanks, Lynn. It's great to hear Fuchsia Pink is in. Looks like I'm on the money. As you can see, the crowds are still arriving. Forecast today, an absolutely glorious day, maximum of 29. It is warming up for the big one, the Foster's 1998 Melbourne Cup. See you soon. Welcome back back to Flemington. Images there of the Maribyrnong River and people still arriving, as you can see, to the wonderful Flemington Racecourse, our international racecourse here in Australia. We hope you're enjoying our coverage as much as we are bringing it to you. Well, exactly 50 years ago, two remarkable events were added to Melbourne Cup folklore. The photo finish camera was used for the very first time, and for a 15-year-old kid named Ray Neville, his life changed forever.
There aren't many amongst us who can say that their lives were changed forever at the tender age of 15. Ray Neville, though, does fit that bill.
They're off as the barrier goes up, minute near the rails is
Half a century ago, one day shy of turning 16 and then an apprentice, Ray had his 9th ride in a race and he won the Melbourne Cup. Does it seem like 50 years ago?
No, it doesn't really, Peter, but it's gone damn quick, I reckon.
How many times do you reckon you've had to talk about that particular day in the 50 years since?
49.
Every year about this time, Ray allows himself the indulgence of reliving that fateful day in 1948 when he partnered a dicky-legged 6-year-old chestnut called Rimfire.
And Rimfire has moved up into 3rd position from St Arfield in Comic Court.
I didn't think I had a ride. I didn't know I had a ride, put it that way. Apparently I had the ride the day before.
The gelding might have been a despised outsider at 80 to 1, but the young jockey wasn't devoid of confidence.
Well, I don't know, I was a cheeky little bugger.
Nothing's changed, Ray.
100 yards from the booth. Dark Mind is catching Rimfire with every stride, and they hit the line in a photo finish.
I honestly thought I'd won it. And Jack Thompson pulled up and he says, if ever I won a race, I won that bugger. And I thought, well, he knows more than I would know. And it seemed a long time for the photo to come down.
After the judge examined the first ever photo finish in a Melbourne Cup, Rimfire's number 25 went into the frame. So, what did Darkman's rider Jack Thompson have to say then?
He hasn't spoken to me since. He never spoke to me ever after that.
Make no mistake, Ray's quietly proud of what he achieved way back then. Remarkably though, he's only been back to the scene of his triumph just once in the past 30 Cup days.
Well, I'd sit home and watch it on telly with nobody around to yap to me. Melbourne Cup day, when the racing first start, I watch it all day.
Thankfully, the 50-year anniversary has persuaded Ray to make the pilgrimage yet again.
This place should be nearly ready to gallop a bit, Jeff.
But after the 98 Cup fittingly run on his 66th birthday, Ray will head back to stall in Western Victoria. Back to normality with wife June and son Jeff, who's got a few in training.
The thing with 3-year-old fellas is to say it takes a long time to get the buggers up.
Never mind that he's part of history. Give this modest man his family, his beloved animals, his memories, and he's got everything he wants. He'd be happy just to slip back quietly and just be Ray Neville.
That's right.
Good on you, mate.
Just some of the special memories from this wonderful Melbourne Cup. Joining me now, two-time Logie Award winner and, of course, star of State Coroner here on Network 10, Andrew Clark. Great to have you with us.
Great to be here, Sandra. Having a wow of a time, as everyone is, on a beautiful day like this.
It's glorious.
Already back the first 3 winners, celebrating.
Oh, tell me who you're backing in the Cup then, I want to know.
I think I'll back a bit more of this, champagne. I think number 21 is the go.
All right.
Or number 2 and 3.
All right, well, good luck today, and thanks for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful Melbourne Cup day.
I'm sure I will.
Now let's go to Peter and Jen in the mounting yard for the details of race 4. And Peter, I understand, what's the chances of seeing the field come down both sides of the straight?
Oh, I think a good chance here. I think they'll split up, definitely, Sandra. There's Walnut going up to the stalls, and as usual with John Hawkes' horses, she looks a picture.
She looks fantastic for sure, Peter. She didn't handle the wet at all at Caulfield at her last start, and she's certainly fitter for 2 runs in. So she's a very classy mare. Interesting to see what Larry Cassidy does, whether he wants to go inside or outside, but she'll be hard to beat.
Blaze the Turf has also had 2 runs back from a spell is to be ridden by Patrick Payne. And let's take a look at the figures surrounding Blaze the Turf, and you'll be able to see in the bottom right-hand corner that she has tightened up $1.40.
She's now with Russell Cameron, and this horse is normally best ridden when she's just off the pace. She is a very good mare, and I've given her a chance in this race. At her last start, she was in the worst part of the going.
Current Love for Damien Oliver and Lee Friedman, number 6.
Well, she got a long way back last start, and she was held up there at Caulfield. She's had 2 Flemington straight runs for 2 wins, so she's obviously got to come into contention here.
What about number 8, Bell Barn for Lenny Beasley? Ken Newman is the trainer as we take a look at the figures for Current Love there, and we go on to number 8.
Well, I thought Bell Bain had every chance there at Geelong. Got back and ran on quite well there at Moonee Valley. Rarely wins, but does run a place every now and again, so maybe a trifecta chance.
Danny Nikolic rides Yellow Star, number 9 for Anthony Cummings.
Thought she had a terrific chance when I saw her in the mounting yard. She is quite a fine filly. There's not much of her, but she can handle the straight, and she'll be on the outside, so I do think she comes in with a strong each-way chance in this.
There are the figures for Lanny, number 10, and it has eased 20 cents. I thought it was a great chance.
Yeah, she was 3 wide on the outside of the lead there at Moonee Valley and absolutely bolted in there. It's hard to knock her form. This is a bit harder for her, but 51 kilos down the outside, I've got to leave her there with some chance.
And Desert Mistral's huge odds, but you give it a chance?
Yes, a very good fresh horse, so if you're taking a trifecta, probably want very good odds there.
We'll take a break from Flemington, back shortly with the Eat Well, Live Well 1100 race 4 on Foster's Melbourne Cup Day. Race 4, the Eat Well, Live Well 1100. Magic Music number 2 is out along with 18 Big Spender and 19 Coronation Jubilee. A big field, they'll probably split up here. Let's get the thoughts of Roy Higgins, courtesy of Sport 927.
I think you're right, Pete. I think you'll find a few will come down the outside. I went with one that I think will come down there, and that's number 10, Lanny. She has drawn 16, put 3 on end together. She looked excellent. Wanted a bit of value there for you. And number 8, Bell Bain. Gee, she looked well. A good run at Geelong recently. Certainly put the toppy in Walnut. And 6, Current Love is another one that is ready to peak. I went 10, 8, 1 and 6.
The thoughts of Roy Higgins prior to race 4. Let's go down to the betting ring and check out the latest with Tim Gossage.
Walnut has been the best back runner in the race, Peter. There's no doubt about that. It was easy for a while, but it is the best back runner. If you want some value and you can get on the tote, number 9, Yellow Star. It's 6 points shorter in the ring. 14's on the tote, 6 points shorter in the bookmaker's ring.
Yellow Star, the value here. They're getting set, filling the gates quickly up near the top of the famous Flemington Straight. Let's go up to get the last-minute thoughts of Gary Willits and Dan Malicki.
Yes, Peter, look, this crowd where we're looking from here is enormous. But this race here, I agree. I think they will split. And I understand Darren Gashby better send him a cheerio because he would have been on the favourite in this Walnut. And I understand Danny wasn't too well.
He wasn't this morning. So our best thoughts go out to Darren, and hopefully that broken leg heals as quickly as broken legs can heal. And,
yes.
And all our best to you, Darren. He'd been in super form too. It had a great year. Now they're set to go. Big field down the straight. There's trouble out wide. Might even be Lanny, the one in trouble. Settles now away. Lanny slow to begin. Oh, one got caught up in the stalls there, missing at about 6 or 7 lengths. That was probably Bell Barn. It's well and truly out of play. Now they are going to split up down the grandstand side. We have Fanciful Lady first over to the rails in front. Going up to join it though was Drop Anchor, a length away. Lanny getting going now. Current Love just in behind those, and also Raffination was handy from Yellow Star. And about 2 lengths away, back a hard up against the outside rail was Desert Mistral. Bell Barn missed at 10 lengths, and it's that far away last down the grandstand. On the flat side, Blaze the Turf, 3 lengths to Walnut, travelling up okay. 4 lengths further back then, 2 Gladden struggling, and Malinti likewise, then Miss McCartney. Well back behind those runners was Bell Reeve, our Miss Brody, and also Baby Boomer. Blaze the Turf led, Walnut issuing the challenge down the grandstand side of the track though, and the leader still was Drop Anchor. Walnut goes to the lead from Blaze the Turf. Drop Anchor out wide and Fanciful Lady, but it's Walnut in front. The favourite clear from Blaze the Turf, and Walnut wins it. Walnut beat Blaze the Turf. Third home Fanciful Lady. Then came Drop Anchor, who ran a cheeky race. Desert Mistral next, and then came Lanny, who was slow out. Yellow Star didn't finish it off. Back to the flat side, Bell Reeve, Gladden. Also up with those runners, Miss McCartney from Baby Boomer, Malinti, our Miss Brody. Raffination out wide, Current Love. And then came well back in the field, Desert Mistral, and Bell Barn. Well, it missed the start hopelessly and was tailed off throughout.
Yes, and this horse was just far too good. Walnut had a beautiful cart right behind Blaze the Turf on the inside. And when Larry Cassidy asked Walnut to lengthen stride, just put it away very easily. Just went straight to it. It was a very good win.
Another jockey in form, Larry Cassidy, Brett Preble.
Yes.
They really are on the crest of the
burning
wave.
up.
She appreciated the dry track today, Gary. She was all at sea, even though she ran third, but she got plenty of heart, plenty of class with a big weight. Good jock, and she was too good.
Too good. And Dan, the course record was 1:2.3, but it's 1:2.7. It's just outside the track record, so it shows you how good it is.
1, 3 and 15 are the numbers. Here's the start. Look for Bell Barn coming out of barrier number 11. And it just either doesn't want to go or gets caught up. Have a look at this. For a look at barrier number 11.
I think the horse, just before they went, it went up in the air, and whether it's just taken the eye off it. No, it's gone down behind, Dan.
It's gone down behind, so it's actually stuck.
Slip, and then what happens, they try to get up too quick, and their front legs go. So it's actually slipped behind and then gone down in front. So if you back Bell Barn or the Connections, I'm afraid you've just had no luck at all. It's just the luck of racing.
Winner just too good. Larry Cassidy. Well, he's had 3 winners for the Carnival, already a Group 1 winner. And Johnny Letts is on banjo. He's about a half a length behind, but he's 6-4 to catch up. Good on you, Lettsy.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the way Walnut went today, I think Banjo's going to have a bit of a job to catch him, but we've got him, but I don't know how long we're going to hold him. Larry, a good win and a lot of weight, but confident?
Yeah, it was a nice effort. She pinged away good, and I just got a nice card up, you know, to the 300-metre mark from the horse in front, and she won nice. You know?
Larry, is this the first time you've ridden Walnut?
Yes, it is, yes.
Yeah, very impressed?
Yeah, it was a nice enough win, and obviously showed plenty of heart with the big weight.
Actually, she raced like a 1400, didn't she?
Yeah, I don't know if she could run it because she's very speedy and travels quite strong in the run.
Larry, they said you were going to have an ordinary carnival. It's been all right so far, hasn't it? 3 winners.
Yeah, I suppose.
And you haven't finished yet, have you?
It's only just starting.
Good luck in the big one. Good on you.
John Letts there with Larry Cassidy. Now, we've seen Brett Preble have 4 winners for the Carnival, Gary Willits, and Larry Cassidy's had 3, Brett Preble 4. That's the start of the race, which is a super shot.
Incredible.
And what about the confidence for a jockey that's riding so many winners?
Well, that's the thing. Your confidence is sky high. You take the chances. You'll sit back in a race. You saw him in the Derby. He dropped across the field, took runs everywhere because his confidence sky high. Brett Preble's the same.
Well, Larry Cassidy's getting a tremendous ovation as he comes back to scale, riding the favourite Walnut to victory, Pete. And he's trained by that man on screen. John Hawkes is also having a great carnival.
Yes, John, just having a look at this mare coming back on the big screen. She was the class in the race, really, Johnny.
Yeah, she was, Pete. You know, her form has been very good, and blinkers on the first time today, and she races well down the straight, and she found the line very well.
As I said to you, this is becoming a bit of a habit, but you won't mind talking to me a few more times, especially around about 3:30.
Yeah, that'd be a great time, Pete, but it's always good to win, you know, this time of the year. I mean, it's the big carnival, and, you know, they're good racing, great atmosphere, so it's always great to win.
A few butterflies in the tummy when you woke up this morning?
No, Pete, no, none at all. I mean, today, if we win, it'll be a bonus. You know, the Derby was one we won, and we got that, so anything above that will be fantastic, and I suppose that's what dreams are made of if you win a Melbourne Cup, but maybe we'll just take it as is. We'll wake up again tomorrow morning exactly the same as we did this morning.
Well done for now, and good luck for later.
Thanks, Pete.
John Hawkes, the winning trainer with Walnut after race 4 at Flemington. It's the Eat Well, Live Well 1100. And as the winner comes back to scale and Larry Cassidy prepares to hop on the scales and weigh in at 57 kilos, we'll take a break from fabulous Flemington on Melbourne Cup Day. Walnut starts off what might be a very successful day for trainer John Hawkes in the Eat Well, Live Well 1100. And correct weight or otherwise is about to be notified on 1, 3 and 15 by Chairman of Stewards, Mr. Des Gleeson. Weight is right. Correct weight there. Margins were a length and a quarter by 2.